All right, what's up, y'all? We got the first ever fighter interview with the one and only Terrance T-Rex McKinney, the homie, taking on Demir Hazovich at UFC Saudi Arabia next Saturday. How we feeling, Terrence? You just touched down in Saudi Arabia.
We just got done with a session. We pushed through the jet lag. I'm feeling great.
Yeah,
Ready to
so
mind the streets, man. Straight up, man.
so the travel was good. You didn't get the Habib treatment with the flights or anything like that.
Nah, I wish, man. That first class seat was looking pretty nice. I should have just upgraded.
Nah, we're not flying for a tier.
Nah, nah, nah.
No. But so it was interesting. So when this fight came together, I remember when you reached out to me. It was interesting because the way you told me was the guy you were like, remember the guy that's when Hanatsu Moicano tapped him out really quick, and he was like, "You shouldn't have submitted me then." And I was like, I instantly knew who that was. Whereas if you told me Demir Hazovich, I'd have been like,
I
"Who's
know. I
this?"
gotta explain it like that, or people won't know who he is.
Right.
But all respect to him. He got 4 wins in the UFC. Taking him very seriously. I know God is ready to move on my behalf. I put the work in, and all the glory to Him for the victory that's going to come.
1000%. So again, I know this isn't your first time even competing overseas. I remember you did that grappling match with a Sydney Outlaw. I believe was it in Abu Dhabi? You did that one with.
Yes, sir. Correct.
So what is that experience like? Competing overseas versus over in the states.
It's a little bit different because you got to just make sure you hop on it real quick. That way you're not sluggish and slow. So just getting a real good sweat right off the plane is vital, very important.
Yeah, no, 1000%, 1000%. And biggest thing I think going into this matchup obviously is again you just signed your new deal and what should fans expect from you? Because again, you made a lot of changes, moved down to Florida, and what exactly should we see from, I guess, for layman's terms, Terrance McKinney 2.0, T Rex 2.0?
We will see a diverse fighter, higher IQ, better cardio. I've been here in the track. Julian doesn't really play. I've been putting mouths in, so this is the hardest I ever worked, and I didn't cut any corners, and I think that's gonna show all year. And I'm ready to really take this shit seriously and give my kids the all like they deserve, and yeah, and just get closer to God. And like I told the other people, just be a good example for my daughter. I don't want her dating a buster, so it starts with me. Show them what a real man looks like and what he acts like, and I'm ready to start that all year and till the day I die. Show them what a winner looks like.
That's really, but speaking of the track, because I got to bring this up. The first time you ever came out to do the track workouts, you came out in some Vans. And now look, I know the reason, but a lot of people don't know the reason why you came out to do the track workout event. So explain it to everybody, even though I know the story why.
Well, you guys, I just pretty much moved there, and I haven't finished unpacking all my shoes. So Vans were the ultimate choice or missed practice, but I had to come in correct and let these guys know I'm ready to give them my all. And even if I had to run in Vans, and yeah, I did. My ankle hurt a little bit after, but I look good doing it.
Yeah, no, but it's interesting because I remember when you first came down, you told me you didn't even run or do like any type of like road work like that. And I'm thinking, how were you getting into the UFC at that high of a level and you weren't even running? Like, period. Like, what were you doing for cardio?
I was just being black, man. It helped a little bit.
Oh my gosh, bro. But talk about though that transition what it's been like because I believe at one point you were chanting I remember you were out here near in Texas, I believe, right, with Holland's team a little bit.
Yeah, it's just nice just to have people my size to train with that are high level. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like everyone I'm training with is better than my opponent, so like that's a tremendous blessing. Mike Davis is about to be ranked pretty much. We got
Yes,
guys
sir.
like Angel and Julio, who's like will definitely be in the UFC. Yes, Brian, amateur, that's tough. And then we got Mikey. Like we got such a solid group of 155. Where it's like I'm very honored to be here in the position that I am, chain that Fusion Excel with these guys.
1000%. So What's it been like in Orlando for you? What's been the biggest difference living in Orlando so far for these past few months?
I really can't just dog everyone. I'm not the top guy. There's multiple UFC fighters at my gym. So my coach Julian really don't give a fuck. So he ain't playing no games with me. He's like, you're not the only UFC fighter. You get no privileges here. So I love that, and yeah, I think that's the biggest change. Like Julian ain't here to be a homie. He wants that money just as much as we do to take care of our family. So he holds us accountable, and he really pushes us to another level. And yeah, I think that's going to show this year. And I think, yeah, like you said, Terrance 2.0. I think this year we put ourselves in a position to be fighting for a ranking spot next year.
Yeah, speaking of that, I mean, again, it's hard to know obviously until after the fight plays out, but is there an expectation of how many times you want to fight in 2025 this year?
I just want to get 3 solid wins and yeah, go from there.
And not 1000%. And so, being at the UFC level now for about a few years, what has been the difference from that regional scene to the UFC? Because originally you were on the contender, so you took on Sean Woodson at 145. Which actually, before I even get into that, how did you ever make 145, brother? Like, I'm sorry, like, how did you make 145 at any point in your career? How do you do that?
I was just a little scrawny black kid when I first started, but it got real hard towards the end because I
Mm-hmm.
started growing. I was still young, getting in my prime. And yeah, by the time I was in the contender series, I was cutting 20 pounds that week just to make weight.
20,
Yeah,
like
it was
that week.
terrible. It was terrible. I, and then I think I did a catch weight at 150, and then I was like, I'm done with this weight class because I started getting injured and stuff, and it was
Right.
definitely because of the weight cut. I was too big for that weight class.
Yeah, no, 1000%. So again, you get the debut fight against Matt Favola. I know everybody asks you about that knockout every time, so I'm not going to ask you about that. But what was the huge difference, like that first time you made that walkout to the UFC versus the regional scene, or even the contender series?
It was just surreal. Like they say, lights, camera, action, bro. I came out to All Eyes on Me. It was just so surreal. Like I just felt like I was at home. Like it was everything I've been praying for, and I just know God was with me that day. That's His number 7. 7 days to create the earth, 7 days to knock a man out, man. So God is good, bro.
Yeah. So what was that initial change like when after you get the knockout Matt Favola, but actually, again, hate to bring this up, but you jumped on the cage, you fall down, and then knee blows out, which I don't know if I've ever seen someone take more damage post fight than in the fight, but like I know it's probably a duh question, but did that actually like hurt in the moment when you fell down, or was it like a oh my gosh, I can't even like get up right now?
It was both. I was so embarrassed. I was like, Lord, please do not let me just have to blow my knee out. That's all I was thinking. But yeah, I was blessed enough to not have anything crazy happen. I strained my calf. I wasn't able to flex my calf for like a month. It was crazy.
Dang, that is crazy though. But and so what was that change like? So like what was the phone blowing up like crazy, or you had the D&D? Like what was that like initially after that knockout of Matt Favola?
It was insane. I think I had like maybe like 5,000 followers. And the next thing you know, I had like 33,000
Shoot.
in like a day.
Yeah, no, for sure. And is there a favorite fight of yours that you've had in the UFC so far, or even just through your MMA career in general? I know it's probably the easy pick. Some people can say Matt Favola, but I feel like there's probably a different answer you low key
It's
probably got.
actually one that I lost. My favorite fight where I had the most fun was fighting Drew Dober.
Really?
Yeah, it was so fun.
Is that one you'd like to get back in the future potentially?
I don't think he wants to rematch me.
Oh,
I'm
you
not gonna
don't.
mold off this man's face. I probably traumatized him. Ever since then, he went from never being dropped to like getting finished. Now I think I ruined his chin, and I don't think he probably wants to save that chin for a couple more fights before he gets done with his career.
So now so you think Drew Dober don't want that rematch? That's what I'm
I
hearing.
know for a fact he don't want that smoke ever again.
Shoot, I don't know, man. I feel like 2 wins. I'd like to see that rematch personally, and
I would
obviously
like to see that rematch with a full camp eater, but I saw an interview. He's like, I don't do rematches, so that was just telling me right there. He don't not want that smoke again.
I say if we get the community behind it, that we get that rematch with you on a full camp. Because you know what they say, like full camp Mendes against Connor, short notice Volk. I think we need full camp McKinney against Drew
I
Dober
think
too.
so
That's
too.
what I'm
I think
thinking.
so too. I think so too. I would not mind that at all.
Yeah, Drew Dober, he's been taking out too many of the brothers, so we need a brother to take him out.
Yeah, we need to get that for the community there. We deserve this.
Yeah, I don't know Gene Silva. I don't know if Gene Silva count exactly. I know he's Brazilian, but I think we need
I
somebody.
think I'll give it to him.
You gonna give it to Gene Silva? You think he close enough?
Yeah, man, because he really be coming out like he black out there. He an athletic freak. He really down to throw them hands too.
Yeah, no, for sure. But what was fun about it? Because I mean, I guess from someone from the outside perspective, the people who are seeing it just from the more casual perspective, they're thinking, what's fun about you just going out there and just like in these firefights? What is psychologically the excitement in that?
It was just cool because I knew he was ranked before, and being my third fight in the UFC, just to compete like with a veteran that's been in the UFC long. That's experience like you can only pray about. You know what I mean? Like I pretty much got to fight a ranked fighter, third fight in the UFC, like, and I really just got to just hang it all out there, try stuff, like 'cause I had nothing to lose, so I really just got to go out there and just try to shock the world, and there was no stress because like I was like people expect to lose already, so why not just go out there and have fun?
Yeah, no, 1000%. And going into that, what is, I know we're obviously in fight week right now, but what is the typical fight week for you going into these type of fights?
Just the normal stuff, just holding pads, doing little shakeouts, nothing crazy. Just keeping the weight low so I can eat this whole week without starving.
Right. And particularly with that, with the weight cut process, what is that like? Because for a lot of people, they seem to not realize. I've seen a post, I forgot it was this woman talking about, oh, these fighters weigh like 155, but they don't look 155, but they don't understand like that process. What kind of, if you could dive into it a little bit for those who don't understand what that weight cut process is like?
So what I do? I start just pretty much only eating meat, and and then I drink 2 gallons like starting Saturday all the way till Tuesday. Then I do a gallon and a half Wednesday, and and then on Thursday I do a liter of water, and then I cut weight at night. And I mind you guys that I'm barely eating at that point once we get down to Tuesday.
Yeah, now speaking of that, once you got the weight off and you made weight, what's that favorite first meal post weight cut?
I had to change it because it's not good to eat red meat after cutting weight. So
Hmm.
I'm thinking just like some salmon, maybe a salad, just like high protein and just like some veggies, some rice, maybe some potatoes. Nothing too crazy. Something just gonna get the body right.
Is Julian standing right behind you? Is that why you gave me the answer? Is Julian right there?
Nah, nah, nah.
I'm just playing. Was just playing with you. But so an interesting thing is, you're one of the more active fighters in Twitter and just within the MMA community in general. You always tend to reply to people and you always show love, especially at the fan events. But what are your thoughts as a whole on the MMA community, whether if it's in person or on social media? What is your thoughts on the MMA fan base?
uh, they're tough online. Fans in real life when they see you. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny. But I got nothing but love, even for the haters. You know what I mean? That's just how God made me. I love all His people, and yeah, that's the verse I've been looking at. Take joy when people are persecuting you and laugh at you, make fun of you. Because they're just gonna create perseverance. You know what I mean? So like, I thank God for every moment. You know what I mean? Like, my mom always says, you're not doing good if you don't got haters. So like, I know
1,000.
life's good and I'm doing things right when people hate me.
So an interesting thing is, I often like to hear fighters' perspective on this. So let's just say we'll keep it to five. In terms of your greatest of all time list, the GOAT list, who do you got in that top five?
I got John Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I got Anderson Silva,
Okay, valid, valid. Thank you. See, look, finally somebody putting respect on Silva's name, but I appreciate that. Okay.
and then GSP,
Mm-hmm.
Fedor,
Fedor. Okay.
and Conor McGregor. Just the eyes that he brought to the UFC.
Like that influence type.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But then I would have to say, if we're talking about skills, I think Ilya is going to take that top
You,
five spot.
you think Ilya? You think Ilya's close to taking that top five at some point?
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah. So now, if you see that hypothetical matchup between him and Islam, how do you think that one goes?
I think he might get crunched and get humbled, but if he does pull it off, he to go.
He the GOAT if he beat Islam.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Honestly, I
Hands
couldn't
down.
dispute it. I couldn't dispute it. If you can go up to 155 and beat Islam Makhachev when it seems like nobody's been able to do it except Adriana Martins of all people, then gotta give him props, honestly.
Yeah, he gets that done. There's no argument. He might even be number one after that. I'm sorry.
You know, for sure. And so looking to Saturday, I mean, again, you've got two other teammates fighting on the same card as you with Lucas Alexander and Mike Davis. You know, it's your first time fighting under the team with Fusion. So what does that exactly mean to you now to have, two other teammates and trying to get that Fusion sweep?
That just shows that like God's bringing the favor with me, because like for a gym like us that have three people on the same card, they usually don't do that only for like city or kickboxing, uh, American top team. For us to get an opportunity like this to put the team on the map, get three victories, that's God right there. So I think we're gonna get it done, and Choose Next Sale is really gonna be put on the map come February 1st.
Yeah, nah, for sure, for sure. And again, it's interesting because Mike fighting a guy that you previously beat in Faraz Saham. So what has that kind of perspective been like without obviously giving none away, but what has that been like, having a teammate fighting a former opponent of yours?
Uh, it's a little awkward because me and Ferris are cool now,
Ah,
but
yeah.
obviously I got to cheer for my teammate. But I don't think I really needed to do anything. Mike Davis is a beast in his own rights.
Hmm.
Uh, High level grappler, better than me, so I think he knows what he has to do for his path to victory. And yes, that should be an exciting fight. Wish both men best of luck, but obviously I'm cheering for my teammate. I think he's gonna go out there and show why he's one of the best in the world.
No, 1,000%. I believe Mike Davis may genuinely be the best 155er outside of the top 15. And it's crazy that he hasn't even been ranked yet. That's the thing that's really surprising, honestly, Mike not being in the top 15 yet. Wish we could have got to see him with him and Drew Dober, but hopefully they probably spin that back around. Unless, Drew duck and smoke again. So I don't know. I'm not instigating. I'm not an instigator, but just putting that out there.
uh,
But yeah, and obviously I know you're focused on on your fight in particular, but you have a prediction for the main event between Izzy and Imavov.
I got Izzy. I think he's more savvy, better cardio, and I think he's gonna remind the world why they used to love him so much.
I agree 1,000%. I feel like this is going to be that contender Izzy type performance. The one we saw, I think, probably against Brunson, where I think we really start. A lot of people want to say, oh, he's boring, oh, he doesn't point fight. But I think we're going to see probably, I think, like fourth round TKO, third round
Yeah,
TKO.
that's what I'm saying. New fire, and yeah, I know he's ready. I already know he ain't. I know that man's ready to get back to where he was supposed to be.
Yeah, and so with Demir Hazovic, your opponent again, he hasn't fought, I believe, in about 3 years. His last fight was against Marcus Jacasey, and he just took that one loss by unanimous decision. And again, obviously, the game plan's the game plan. You got to keep that, close between the team. But what I know you obviously say you have a lot of huge respect for Demir as a fighter. Again, UFC vet with 4 wins. But how do you see that matchup? Obviously, because people always like to be like, "Do you think you're going to win?" It's like, duh, you think you're going to win. But what is it? I guess from just to keep it, as low key as possible. I guess how do you view the matchup between you and Demir?
I know he got the knee, so I've been training my Muay Thai, working on my knee defense. Other than that, I think we really just style on this man. Like you said, Terrance 2.0. Uh, it's not me, it's God's grace on my life. And yeah, all glory to God. I think we got all the tools necessary to get the victory. I think we could beat him on the ground, we could be on the feet. I think my youth and my speed is going to play a big part in it, and we're going to set the tone. He hasn't fought in a long time, and we're going to look to keep him uncomfortable.
For sure, for sure. And I think a question that a lot of people have is, as a fighter, again, when you get a finish, whether it's submission or knockout, what is that feeling like? Like, kind of describe not just like excitement, but because some fighters talk about how almost sometimes they don't like it, they almost kind of just feel bad. But do you feel like, a rush of adrenaline, excitement, or do you sometimes be like, dang, I low key just hurt that boy? Like, what is the feeling you get? Like,
It's like when you first get some new pootie tang and you gotta dance to your car. That's how we feeling. You're like, yo, boy, I'm him. Like when you just want to dance, you want to scream, bro. The feeling is surreal, man. Like sometimes I'm so happy, I'm just ready to cry. You know what I mean? Because like all the
mhm.
hard work and we put in camp, like there's no better feeling when you execute it flawlessly.
Yes, yes, and again, one of your good friends within the UFC, Kevin Holland, probably one of the funniest fighters in the UFC. I need to hear what is the funniest story you have with Kevin Holland or experience you've had with Kev.
This man Darce tapped me out while I was smoking a blunt at the gym. I was like, this dude is freaking the beast, bro.
Wait,
Disappointing
like
this man is
actually,
shit. He's a freak, bro.
so
I just think he needs to go to his respectful weight class, and he'll be back to close to rankings like he was before he left the weight class.
yeah, nah, for sure. I think I'd definitely love to see Kev back at 170, but I get it though sometimes. When I could be just I don't like cutting weight either. So
Nah, them white boys was way too big. He had no business being out there. No disrespect. You gotta, this weight class for a reason.
yeah, no, for sure. Unfortunately, weight cutting is part of the game, so everybody's got to
Yeah,
do it to some degree.
exactly.
All right, so I don't want to take up too much of your time, so we're gonna close it out with a little rapid fire segment. So first up, now, and do not say McGregor, but who's the dream fight for you? Don't say McGregor, because everybody love to say McGregor in that rate race. Give me somebody
For
else.
me, it would be Prime BJ Penn would be sick as hell to fight.
That's actually an elite pool. I like that one. You and Prime BJ Penn. That'd be now that's a
Yeah,
fight.
because we both kind of had the same kind of fire when we came out. We were crazy, trying to get the finish. So that'd been a crazy ass scrap.
Who do you think is the best striker in the UFC right now?
Uh, Alex Pereira,
Yeah, definitely
hands
hard to
down,
argue.
not even a question.
Best grappler in the UFC.
Uh, as of right now, I'll have to give it to Islam.
Yeah, number one pound for pound. They say Sambo, baby, Sambo. Who do you think is the funniest fighter in the UFC?
For me right now, Marav's been cooking.
He's definitely been cooking with the skits and everything. Most entertaining fighter in the UFC.
I would have to say Yuri and Ilya. I have to give them a tie right now. Those guys have been fun to watch.
Yeah, no, I
I
gotta
haven't
say,
seen a boring Yuri fight at all ever.
yeah, no, I think that man almost is allergic to boring fights. I don't even think he can go to a decision. I don't even think that's possible. This man can go to a decision.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Who's your favorite fighter? I'm not fighter. Favorite athlete outside of fighting?
Uh, mm, I'd have to say LeBron James.
LeBron James. What's the favorite cheat meal? I know we talked about the post win meal because I know you don't want to say it, but I know Coach Julian Williams probably lurking a little bit. But what's the favorite cheat meal? Oh, now that he's not listening.
Some fried chicken.
Oh man, you sending us back 1,000 years, bro.
Um, That and then I would say Taco Bell and shoot, what else? I'm a fat ass G. I be eating candy and shit. I love candy. I try to sneak in a little cheap meal every time, every chance I get if I could.
See, I've never been big on Taco Bell, so I need a recommendation. What is it from Taco Bell that I should get that got y'all addicted? Because my girl loves it, my homeboys love it, but I've never been a big Taco Bell
I
guy.
just like the quesadilla. Get a little extra creamy
Everybody say the
jalapeno.
same
Get an
thing.
extra creamy jalapeno sauce. Some Doritos, Los Tacos, and if you ain't had the nacho fries, go get some of those.
All right, I'm gonna try it next time or whatever I got late night munches or something. I'll give it a
Yeah,
try.
it's a must, bro. Trust.
And if you're a gamer at all, favorite video game? What's the thing you loading up?
I just be playing Fortnite. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I love buying me skins. I'm like a big ass kid. I probably spent thousands on Fortnite.
So you telling me with the first 50 G's you bought some Fortnite skins?
I got infinity skins. I've been buying skins, bro.
But yeah, no, I appreciate you again. I know you're the homie, so I know you're always gonna show love. But again, good luck to the fight on Saturday. You know, I'm definitely gonna be tuning in for sure. Me and the entire team behind you, and can't wait to see you do work on Demir Hazovic next Saturday at UFC Riyadh.
Yeah, let's go, baby. The whole team's about to go crazy. Mike Davis, Luke Alexander, let's get this shit. Gang.
Is there any last message to the fans or anybody before you go out there next Saturday?
Just remember, if I can do it, you can do it too. And if your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. Also, like, put your faith in God, man. It
Amen.
ain't nothing He can't do either, bro. Like, I was supposed to be in jail, got 2 DUIs in a row, and God allowed me to be in this position today to change my life, change my kid's life, and I'm forever grateful.
You know, amen, amen. Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, appreciate you, T.
Yes, sir. Love, brother.
Love too.
Like, gang.